just like the setup for the podcast, man.
Okay.
Just like the organizing yesterday. It's continued on into the podcast.
The chaos just continuing.
This has been the most tragic podcast experience we've ever had.
Just to open up, guys, we recorded about 15 minutes worth of a podcast, and then our system, our app crashed that we used to record. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the PodRats Movie Show.
Hey.
It's the 12th movie show. We got the same crew as usual. I'm Brayden. We got Alex, Christian, and Hunter. No Parker with us today.
Aww.
He couldn't make it. He's having a trip.
I'm having deja vu.
Man, this desk is a lot more spacious without Parker here,
Yeah. Parker, with it, we still miss you though, man. With that being said, Alex, what do we got going on today in the world of movies?
For the movie news this week,
You have to bear with this, guys. I'm sorry.
we're going to start off. Benedict Cumberbatch says Doctor Strange 2 followed the success of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm calling an audible while we're recording. Alex, do you want to just list off the movie news and give us some explanations, and we don't really have to discuss a whole lot.
Give a nice breeze.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Benedict Cumberbatch says Doctor Strange 2 will match Spider-Man No Way Home success. So obviously, you know, this new movie is going to be a little bit weirder. We saw Patrick Stewart. You know, there's a whole lot of cameos and stuff in this movie. It looks like it's going to be kind of crazy. I don't know if it'll match Spider-Man No Way Home, but you know, it'll get close. All right, everyone's favorite baby movie, Boss Baby.
All of the
gets
babies.
Baby genres.
another sequel, Boss Baby, back in the crib. We got teaser images today. Netflix finally released them after months of waiting.
We've been waiting.
And I mean, if you like the first series, maybe you like this one. It's a midquel to the last series. So everybody get excited. All right, one that we actually care about. Dune could lead to 6 possible sequels after the first movie for 7 total movies. Denis Villeneuve. I think he did a great job of adapting the first one, and you know, I think he'll do a great job on the next 7. There's obviously supposed to continue onto the books, such as Dune Messiah. I don't know. Dune Messiah is probably just gonna make up one book, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's one
Or
book.
one movie.
But Dune Messiah is pretty short. It's short compared to the first Dune. I think the first Dune's like 800 pages for me, and then Messiah is like 350 or something.
Yeah. All right. Next one. So Joaquin Phoenix is set to play Napoleon Bonaparte in the new movie Kit Bag, which is a historic biopic on Napoleon Bonaparte himself.
Don't apart.
Don't apart. Bonaparte. Yeah, this is going to be directed by Ridley Scott, and I'm excited. I just watched Gladiator recently, so I think Joaquin Phoenix did he obviously did a great job in that movie. Very, highly regarded, and I think he'll do a great job in this one too. Although it is interesting. Did we ever get the height of Napoleon Bonaparte?
Yeah, we didn't fact check.
I actually just looked up, and Joaquin Phoenix is 5'8".
He's a short king.
Hey, he's an average.
Can we get a fact check on
king.
Napoleon Bonaparte height?
5'6".
Oh,
See,
close.
okay, I told you he wasn't.
So maybe he'll just walk on his knees.
Or they'll make everybody in the movie taller.
They'll give him like 2-inch heels.
Yeah, everybody wears like heel shoes.
It's like in Game of Thrones, Kit Harington.
Yes.
He always had to wear really, really big heels, so he was taller than Emilia Clarke. You guys know that?
He was literally in like 8-inch heel platform things.
Yeah, he's a short king too. I think he's like 5'7" or 5'8".
And they had to make him tall because he's, Giga Chad, cool guy. So.
I mean, he is for sure.
Yeah.
But, he's 5'8", by the way. Kit Harington.
Oh, okay. Sorry, same height. Okay.
Man, short king.
Next, Tom Hanks teased as Geppetto in the new Pinocchio movie.
Who's Geppetto?
Geppetto is Pinocchio's, I guess, dad. It's kind of a weird relationship.
What do you mean, dad?
Carved him out of wood.
Oh.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Man, you covered my next question.
I know. It's almost like I can read your mind. Yeah, this one's releasing in September. If you liked the first live action movie, which I don't know if anybody did, it was kind of scary and creepy. You might like this one.
Or if you like Shrek.
Or if you like Shrek. I don't know why, but yeah, if you like Shrek, you might like
Yeah,
this
if
movie
you
too.
love Shrek, you'll love this, guaranteed.
This will be
It's
a
the
great
only
one.
Pinocchio we know.
Oh yeah,
Shrek, baby.
All right, J.J. Abrams is developing a
Shrek starring as Pinocchio.
Michael Myers. Michael
Myers as
Pinocchio.
Geppetto.
Okay, sorry.
J.J. Abrams is developing a Blue Angels documentary. So, for all you guys who don't know, Hunter, would you like to give us an explanation on the Blue Angels?
Yeah, man. The Blue Angels are basically a demonstration unit. So what they do is they kind of just hand select branches of the military. They kind of just hand select skilled pilots, and they have them go into a demonstration unit. And it's kind of just a big old flex. So they do like formation flying and, like stunt flying and stuff.
It'd be like Top Gun, but real.
Top Gun, but real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Blue Angels are the Navies, right? So the Thunderbirds are the Air Force.
Correct. Yeah, so I think that'll be a cool movie. J.J. Abrams is a pretty good action director, so I think he'll do a great job. And then on to the last piece of movie news. Shawn Levy to direct Marvel's Deadpool 3. So Deadpool 3 gonna have Ryan Reynolds, and it's fabled to have Hugh Jackman,
Man.
possibly as the Wolverine.
All right. So Shawn Levy's got a fucking man crush on Ryan Reynolds.
Yes,
this
he
point.
does.
Who doesn't, bro? Who doesn't?
I do. That's for sure.
Don't know how Wolverine's going to be in that, but we don't have to talk about that.
There's
Or
some, like,
the
fucked
X-Men
up
timelines.
X-Men
We don't have
timeline.
to talk about those.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not like we didn't take a deep dive into...
I just want to keep it real with everybody right now. We tried to talk about this, and it literally broke the podcast trying
Yeah.
to discuss the X-Men
yeah,
timeline.
the X-Men
so
timeline's so confusing that the podcast just spontaneously combusted.
Yeah, it did.
So we'll let you guys figure that out for yourselves. You can do some researching. It might take you an hour or two. But with that being said, we watched The Adam Project, directed by the man himself, Shawn Levy, also starring Ryan Reynolds. So I'll give you a quick synopsis of the movie. After accidentally crash landing in 2022, time-traveling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self for a mission to save the future. So for the ratings on this, the Rotten Tomato critic score is a 69%. The audience score is sitting at an 81%. The IMDb score is sitting at a 6.9. And this is a Netflix movie, so I don't have any information on the budget or the box office. With that being said, guys, me, Christian, and Alex just watched this about 20 minutes ago. So it's really fresh off our minds. Probably not 20 minutes, but it might have been later than that. But we watched it today.
Probably 7-8 hours ago.
Yeah, but with that being said, guys, do we have any just thoughts just coming out of our heads right now when we think about the Adam Project?
Shawn Levy makes fun movies.
That's a good talking point.
Yeah.
It's like we just talked about Shawn Levy. It was a cheesy good time, though.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a good way to describe it.
What was your first thought as the credits rolled? Really picking your brain. I know it was a while ago.
If
Yeah.
I were Ryan Reynolds' 12-year-old self, I would like this movie a lot more than my 22-year-old self.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, man, this movie, while I don't absolutely hate it, I just wasn't like, I'm not the right audience for it. A 21-year-old guy.
Oh,
Sorry, it just sounded like a dog was murdered in my backyard.
Sorry, we got a lot of distractions. It's not made for a 21-year-old guy like myself. More like my little brother who's 8.
that is something that like I kind of wanted to talk about. Is like I don't really know who the audience is for this movie, because like there's so much like adult humor, but then there's also like kid humor. And it feels like it should be geared towards like a younger audience. But if I was like a parent, I wouldn't really want to show that to my kid because, there's like raunchy humor. But it just does not feel like it works well for like adults.
Well, I mean, like a lot of kids' movies, like Shrek. Shrek is like that. Shrek has...
Yeah, but Shrek like works for adults.
Well, like what I mean is like they try to make it like kids can watch Shrek, but then also has jokes that kids won't understand that adults can watch, and they'd be like, okay, that's pretty funny too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I mean, I think the target audience is like the 15, like the teen, mid-teen demographic.
Young Adam, if
Yeah.
you will.
Young Adam.
Well, Adam's like 12.
Yeah.
So I'd say like maybe a little bit older than young Adam. Because I mean,
Okay,
even in this
13.
movie though, I will say he was smart as hell for a 12 or 13-year-old. I was like, he's like getting really deep.
He also had a big mouth for a 12-year-old.
He was young Sheldon.
Can you please? Oh, sorry.
What?
Can
I
you?
got you. now.
Can you?
Why
please?
did your brain just go? What the hell? All right.
You're like young Adam when he said, "Yeah."
I was like-
"Please tell me where the man touched me."
Yeah.
Come on. Young
And Ryan
Alex.
Reynolds is like, "Really? That's where your head goes?" Yeah, that's what
Brayden
just
actually
happened.
loved the movie. He's already quoting.
That's what just happened.
This is Alex
okay.
with Moonfall.
The big question here that I think we need to talk about is Christian. Did you like it as much as Free Guy?
No, sadly. I don't think that Shawn Levy can make another movie as good as Free Guy, though. So, at least with the fun atmosphere, nailing the adult and kid humor, and it still being a fun movie that Free Guy was, I don't think that he can recreate that the same way, I guess. I think he tried here, and I don't think it worked as well. But no, I didn't like it as much as Free Guy.
I will say the like time traveling aspect really confused me as well on this one. I never understood. I was like, why are like some people dying and like the timeline's like never, like he sees himself in the future and it doesn't like mess up the timeline at all.
Yeah, they do try to explain that at the beginning, and that's the only time they explain it.
It was
and
really
then,
fast.
And I mean,
I just didn't get it. I'm too
it's
small
one of
brain
those.
for it.
It's like a movie trope that like I can accept, just to like let the movie go
Yeah.
on. I didn't think it really affected it. It was very heavy. Like I thought like the themes of like the parenthood type messages in this movie were extremely heavy
like
for.
the scene of them at the bar.
Yeah,
It was just like unnecessarily
See,
serious.
and, okay, I guess that this is actually a good point for you guys saying you don't know the demographic because, like, as like a 22-year-old, I'm like, man, this is like a heavy movie. Like, I kind of like it, but then it goes back to the like kid humor, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
what
guess
the
you're
fuck?
right.
I know. That's what it's like. It was odd.
It like bounces back and forth.
I think one thing it does well is it pulls the heartstrings of a mature audience while still calling back to the kid audience it's going for.
I found the exact demographic. It's the parents of the kids. This is dad humor.
It is dad humor.
This is dad humor the whole movie through.
It is dad
Which
humor.
honestly isn't a bad thing. Like I liked this movie. It wasn't a bad movie. I've definitely seen worse. Like in terms of like how it was directed and everything, I've seen way worse.
Oh
movies.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it was a fun time,
I didn't say I didn't enjoy the movie,
right? But yeah,
but
compared to Free Guy, it's not nearly as fun as Free Guy. Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Free Guy was lightning in a bottle, man.
It was. It's just like because we know that Shawn Levy has it in him to make like a Free Guy type movie. It's just like sucky for him just because all of like his comedies that followed this kind of, especially with Ryan Reynolds on them, that follow like this kind of outline, I guess, are going to be compared to it. And like going back to the like dad humor aspect of it, I mean, like I feel like Free Guy had a lot of like that kind of humor in it, but the Free Guy comedy, like 90% of it landed with me and like it was funny. And this movie is so hit or miss. Like there were some like jokes where I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
And I would laugh. And then sometimes I'd just be like, ooh, like that is
that's
cringe.
a lot of
maybe,
cringe.
Maybe those were
Yeah.
more for the kids or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it also comes when you have multiple Ryan Reynolds all saying Ryan Reynolds jokes.
Yeah.
Like the humor is very like one way. And so, I mean, you just kind of expect it after a while. Like you could almost say the jokes you're going to hear. And I mean,
Yeah, you
it's
expect what's
funny.
coming.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's funny, but it's not, it's no longer clever.
I will say when this movie started, I didn't know the synopsis of this movie or know what it was about at all. But as soon as they show young Adam start talking, I'm immediately like, okay, this guy's supposed to be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Just because the way he just talks is like,
real snappy.
real
witty.
quick-witted. Like,
I almost feel like that's a fault of Ryan Reynolds at this point because his character is the same in every single movie.
He's become Deadpool. And
He
everything.
is.
Yeah.
And to his credit, sometimes it works, like with Free Guy. I mean, Ryan Reynolds has been playing that character since before Free Guy, but in Free Guy, it really works. And then I think in this one, it works to a point. But yeah, he's kind of just he's typecasted himself.
Yeah.
a little bit, but he's typecasted himself as himself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, right?
yeah,
Because he's awesome. We all love him.
yeah, and you know what to expect out of him too.
Yeah. But
What do you guys think of the action scenes in this movie?
the gunfire was surprisingly pleasing.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a whole lot of gunfire, I guess,
Some
but
gunplay.
the one scene, and we don't want to get too much into spoilers, but Ryan Reynolds' wife,
Yeah.
when she starts taking shots, I was like, damn, those are some nice sounding bullets.
Yeah.
But
Or like the fight scenes with Ryan Reynolds, like the choreographed fight scenes with the soldiers. Those were all done pretty well, I thought.
fucking
Yeah.
lightsaber.
You
Yeah,
could tell.
the
You could
lightsaber,
tell.
it's
Yeah,
not a
he
lightsaber.
definitely takes from everything he's learned from Deadpool and with Deadpool's swordplay, and definitely uses that in this. Which is cool. I mean, you know, use an actor's strengths for your choreography in a movie, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely a lightsaber, though. I think we're all in agreement.
Oh, 100%.
It's definitely a lightsaber.
I mean,
still cool.
They said it was.
That's the second Shawn Levy movie where Ryan Reynolds uses a lightsaber. Just want to
This
say that.
back to
Yeah.
back to back.
Deadpool 3 gonna have a lightsaber in it.
Free Guy spoilers.
Make it a 3 for 3.
Yes.
All right. Can we get into the deep discussion spoilies now?
Yeah. We can do that. We can do that.
Deeper discussion.
Yeah, the real.
So if you haven't seen The Atom Project, you should stop listening now and go watch it on Netflix.
Yep.
And
Wait,
then-
wait. Don't stop listening. Just skip ahead to our ratings.
True.
Yeah.
There will be timestamps in the description.
Yeah.
Skip to the end.
And then
But-
you can watch it. Go
Yeah.
go have your own opinion.
for sure. But come back and listen to this part. All right, into the spoilers.
Yes.
The dad dies.
Oh, come on, right off the bat.
Really hope they skipped, man.
Yeah, I mean, okay. In terms of spoilers that I want to talk about, the deepfakes in this movie,
Dude.
they were kind of goofy, bro. I
They were
mean,
bad.
like, sometimes I didn't feel like there was a need. I felt like they could have just done it like cosmetically. Like, there's no need to like use AI or whatever. It's like for Maya.
I think that was the worst.
Yeah,
that
I was like,
that
why?
Maya deepfake is literally the worst de-aging I have ever seen.
They just like blurred her face.
ever. Like
Yeah.
ever. It was so bad. I have seen deepfakes on TikTok that look 99% better than that.
Yeah,
TikTok.
Netflix spent all their budget on everything else, and then they said, "Okay,
I know.
we'll do a deep fake."
It was so weird because like the majority of the movie looked pretty good. And there's like a lot of like CGI obviously, and it all looks pretty good. And then like that de-aging of her is so bad. Like every single scene, it is just like the lighting of her face is completely different than everybody else's.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It looks like uncanny. It does not look like a real person. It looks so bad.
Yeah, and it's weird that they like don't do that for. I expected them because they did it with Maya. I expected them to do it for Ryan Reynolds.
I know.
Zoe Saldana at the end of the movie when they're in college,
And they
didn't do
didn't.
it. They just shaved.
They just shaved Ryan Reynolds and he's
Weird.
young now.
Yeah,
You know, I noticed that too, and I also noticed when he shaved, he still has white hairs in his beard.
Yeah, he's still
Which,
old.
you know, it's kind of like an immersion breaking thing, but like, I mean, it was fine. It did the job, but like, I noticed it and I was like, this is kind of like shit.
That's
Like, they-
supposed
they
to be
couldn't
a
dye it.
cute moment. You got to look
I
past
know,
his
but I
gray
was
hairs.
just-
Come
I
on,
was
man.
like- and I mean, he's still an attractive man, right? But I'm like, come on.
And you're
like,
still coming off the sob fest you just had from the other timeline, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
I will say all the like the stuff with the mom in this, when Ryan Reynolds and the mom are at the bar, like we talked about earlier, or when they're talking to the dad, like those scenes really did hit me. Like they are emotional, and this movie does a good job of pulling on your heartstrings. Just because, like, you know, if you've ever had drama with your parents or whatever, it's, you know, it's also kind of an easy trope though. Like it's easy to make you feel sad when you're like, oh no, what if that was my mom? What if that was my dad?
everyone can relate to having a family.
Sorry, we
Like,
have empathy.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
Alex,
It's just easy though. You know,
It is.
You know what I
It's-
mean?
It's easy to get people to
Yeah,
feel.
Sure,
I mean, it's well done. I'm not gonna say that, you know, because obviously I still felt something and I got teary eyed. But you know, it's just like I was like, I wish that they would have done something a little bit more creative.
It does also kind of reinforce that it's kind of a dad movie too, because a parent
Exactly.
would be mad,
they'd be
distraught
bawling. Yeah.
at
Oh,
that.
especially a dad, you know, playing
Yeah.
ball with the
Yeah.
kid.
Oh, also, whenever Mark Ruffalo's giving that talk to Ryan Reynolds,
Oh,
that
dude.
that was honestly incredible.
It
Like,
was.
the way that he was talking to him. I was like, Like, he means it. Like, that was a very good performance out
Yeah.
of, you know.
That was
like,
the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, out of like a throwaway, like, you know, in Netflix movie like this, I was like, that was a very touching scene.
Yeah. I got tears, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo can act. Also, who's the mom? Is that
Jennifer Gardner.
Jennifer Gardner? God, I almost said Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
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 Different person.
Sorry, man.
Hey, fun fact.
They all kind of play the
Mark
same
Ruffalo
person.
and Jennifer Gardner, they were on 13 going on 30.
Yeah.
This is a
I saw
sequel to that movie, man.
Yeah, direct sequel. They had a kid. That
They
kid
have
was
a kid
Ryan
and
Reynolds.
he's in time travel.
Yeah, but I thought she also did a great job. She wasn't, in it as much. I think it was more about the kid's relationship to his mom and, like, again, going with the dad concept, right? Of like, be nice to your parents and stuff like that. It's touching, but it's been done before.
Yeah. Do you think it got brought up while we were watching the movie? Ryan Reynolds' like whole thing was Zoe Saldana. It was like at the 45 or 50-minute mark in the movie. That went by really freaking fast.
It did.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
they were just popping a quickie while 12-year-old him was in
Well,
there.
I'm not talking about that went by really fast. Okay.
Alex's head's in the gutter
I'm just
today.
saying.
He said, I'm going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
I need a walk.
Like,
You guys do your
I
thing.
feel like everything went really quick. Like, it's like that was all like one of the 10-minute span of he reunites with his wife and then his wife dies.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't know. And it could have gone on longer, but maybe not, because we also paused the movie about halfway through and we thought that we'd been watching the movie for an hour and a half, but we'd only been watching for 45 minutes.
I did the same thing.
There was just so much that happens in the
Yeah.
first 45 minutes. You feel like you've seen a whole movie.
Yeah.
For context, I also went directly from Magic Mike into this movie. So I did a back-to-back. And yeah, I did the same thing, like 45, 50 minutes in, because I'd already been watching movies for 3 hours at that point. I was like, man, this movie's been going on a long time.
This is a
And-
callback to our last podcast where we were becoming more bisexual by the podcast. So there you go. Hunter watching
And
Magic
in
Mike.
case you were curious, Magic Mike was more enjoyable than this movie.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, at the halfway point, I just felt like it'd been going on like a long time, just because so much had like there'd been so much
packed
like
a lot.
exposition and
Yes.
yeah, and it wasn't even halfway over.
Yeah. Also, like the chemistry between, like, I thought that what's her name? Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that's Laura. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she was good, but yeah, everything seemed rushed. Their relationship was a little weird. It was very like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long.
Dude,
Let's have
I
sex.
just realized if anyone looks at the cast list in the outline, it says Zoe Saldana as Laura as Zoe Saldana. That's the IMDb
Whoa.
cast list.
Interesting.
Playing yourself.
I didn't realize Laura was playing Zoe Saldana.
In that case, if it was that complex of a character, she did a really good job with
did.
acting. Right?
It's a character within a
She was
character.
playing a character, playing a character, playing a person.
It's also Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, I kept calling her Gamora the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Was there really only...
There's more than that, but that was the main
Okay.
people. Yeah.
Okay. We have eight actors and actresses on our list here.
Mhm.
And there wasn't that many people in the cast.
No, not really.
Most
I mean,
of them were in suits.
yeah,
so-
I only included these 8 because that was the main 8. Like, it goes down farther, but we don't.
It's literally the only people that
Yeah.
were any sort of role in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, and as usual in this movie, stormtroopers can't hit their shots.
Yeah,
No.
Right, of course.
No.
man. Shawn Levy loves Star Wars. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, oh my god.
This
yeah.
man loves Star Wars.
The like spaceships that they're flying. Oh man.
Free Guy had so many references to Star Wars. This movie has so many references to Star Wars.
Shawn Levy to direct a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
It'd be badass.
he
Make it
would
happen.
love it. Did you notice, like, in the final battle, when Ryan Reynolds was using his lightsaber thing, and he was fighting the dude with the lightsaber, Ryan Reynolds like gets knocked off his feet and he drops a lightsaber, and it's exactly like when Luke is fighting Darth Vader, and the lightsaber like falls all the way down into like the crevice, you know?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? That was
Yeah.
literally a direct reference to that scene,
Damn.
which was funny.
And then when tiny Luke picks up the lightsaber and then kills.
Yeah.
And then he's immediately able to use the force.
Oh
and
my god!
force jump.
I thought this was bullshit. Whenever he picks it up and the kid acts like he's been training for 15 years.
Yeah.
But see, I'm glad at the end of the day, the kid just got bitch slap.
yeah,
absolutely.
I was fully expecting him to knock this dude out, and I was like, okay, this movie's just it's lost me.
Because this dude was a badass the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have this 12-year-old kick his ass.
And then he just hits the kid, gets done for.
It was good though. The superhero pose was one of those cringe lines, but
Dude, the superhero landing.
Yes.
Didn't he do that in Free Guy?
I think he did.
I think that was a literal callback to Free Guy.
Yeah.
The man that has his own cinematic universe because he did superhero landing, and that was a thing in Free Guy.
That's funny.
Shawn Levy cinematic
Yes,
universe.
because in
awesome.
Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds does that same thing, and he goes superhero landing.
Hey, they reference superhero landings in Deadpool too.
Oh my.
We're getting it in
We're
three,
getting-
three
we're
for
getting it in
three, baby.
for sure.
Ryan Reynolds, man, the cinematic universe is expanding.
All right. Do we want to go into our ratings on this movie, or does anybody have anything else?
Wait. Oh no. Yeah. Hold on.
Nope.
You got to give me a second, man. I didn't even look at Letterboxd reviews for this. Hold on.
You're really doing this right now.
We
Yes.
have no one to shout out for the Letterboxd segment. What a disaster.
Yep. This is Rylan. He's a patron. It says this is the 7th Ryan Reynolds film in a row where he just plays Deadpool in a new situation.
Yep,
It's very accurate.
and it's
Yeah.
true.
Facts.
There we
That's
go.
true.
That's all we got for Letterboxd reviews. Sorry.
All right. For our reviews, can we get into them?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna give this movie a 52%. This movie just made it past the 2.5 mark for me. It is kind of forgettable, but it's a decent time.
Yeah, I would agree. It's fun. I think that I know we use fun.
favorite word.
Jokingly amount of time.
Amount of times.
Times.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's laughable at this point how much we use the word fun.
Hey, this movie can be described as fun, though.
But this is a fun movie. If you're a dad, you should watch it. It'd probably be better. If you're a kid, you'll probably enjoy it. If you're between a kid and a dad, it might not hit as well for you. But I can see both sides of that. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 64%. Hunter?
Man, this is the first review where I'm kind of stumped on what to say about it.
This movie?
Yeah,
Just give us a number, bro. You don't get us.
yeah. The Adam Project is kind of just it's a Netflix original movie that is just going to be. I mean, I watched it literally 10 hours ago, and I kind of had to try and remember a bunch of the plot stuff. I probably will literally forget I watched this in 2 days. It's not terrible. I mean, it's like a fun movie. I'll give it a 37%.
Not terrible.
Kiss is 37.
That's almost average.
Brayden, let's hear it.
Just above your 25% average mark. I liked it better than Free Guy, so I'm trying to base it off of. Or sorry, I like Free Guy better. That's
What?
I'm
I was about to say.
Sorry.
I was like, what?
I like Free Guy better, so I'm trying to think of what I'd give Free Guy and then give it lower than that.
Man, I wonder what I gave Free Guy.
We didn't review Free Guy.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of like what I would give Free Guy. I did 50. We give it a 50. It was middle of the road. Yeah, I'm gonna forget about this movie as soon as we finish this podcast.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Hey, we needed a movie for the podcast because, somebody couldn't watch Moonfall and Uncharted. I'm not naming names, but... All right, so the cheese meter score for The Adam Project. Almost forgot the name of the movie. A 51%. So...
dead center.
Well, yeah.
One less than I gave it.
Yeah, good job, Alex.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Netflix special. Our first Netflix movie on the podcast. So,
How about that?
most readily available. Most people have Netflix, I feel like.
I have Netflix.
I also have Netflix.
I have Netflix.
That's how I watched this movie.
Christian, you have Netflix?
Oh, yeah, that's how we watched it.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Well, where's my outro?
It's in there.
There it is. All right. Well, thank you for listening. It's good to be back. We had a stagnant run there, but we're trying to be more consistent. So if you liked what you heard, go ahead and like the video if you're on YouTube, or leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on Instagram at the PodRats and on Twitter at @_PodRats. What are we doing for follows today, boys?
You guys gotta help me. I got nothing right now.
Time traveling back and giving a nice pep talk to your younger self.
Superhero landings.
Yeah.
Along with
Okay.
pep talks.
We'll give you a pep talk for a follow on Twitter. So we appreciate you guys. We love the support. We'll be back next week. Hopefully.
Hopefully. No promises.
No promises. If not, 2 weeks.
No promises.
We got Morbius coming up, and we love superhero movies. So
Yeah, you know we'll be there for that one.
until next time, guys, put yourself first and take care of each other. See ya.
Bye. Later.